a Torpedo mystery box unveil, as well as 28 CGC books back from NYCC. Up next on Thief in the Cave.
What is up, everybody? It's your boy Dave in the Cave, back once again for a new video. This one is all about showing off. This is going to be a Torpedo Comics Mystery Vault video, in revealing what's in this bad boy right here, and then also working through the 28 book CGC unboxing from New York Comic Con that I did on the Three Men in the Basement channel. So 28 books total, guys. Probably, you know, for lack of a better way of saying it, the best run on CGC grading that I've ever had. So we'll definitely get into those, and that should pretty much be it. So let's start off with this Torpedo box. So I'm really interested to see what's inside here. I'm hoping that there's a Polaroid picture with something. I know it's not an Amazing Fantasy 15. Shout out Chad RCG for being able to take that home. But hey guys, let's see what we got. Let's dive into this bad boy. So let's open. Need there's a little tape over here. Let's slice this bad boy open and see what we got. All right, so here we go. All right, should probably close that before I cut my finger off. And hold on one second. There we go. Okay. All right. All right, guys. No picture. Womp womp. But hey, all right. So we got up first. Let's see. I think this is actually a deceased book, but in any event, it's a Greg Capullo cover, and it's apparently $15. So good start. Black and white version. That's pretty dope. Next up is also a deceased number one, $30 book. That's insane. Very, very cool. And also we have another Virgin variant, a $25 book. All right. Some high price books. Oh, look at this. All right. So we got some trades in here too. So we got Jeff Johns, Flash Run, Blood Will Run. All right. Very nice. And then, oh, there's actually two more in here. Jeez, oh my God. All right. And then we have The Secret Origins of Green Lantern. Another Jeff Johns book. Look at that. Look who wrote the introduction. That's pretty funny. All right. And then finally, guys, we have the Marvel Premiere Edition of War Machine, the Ironheart storyline. So pretty cool. All right, I'll take it. It's no high price slab, but nonetheless, definitely some good reading material to really get into. So all right, not a bad way to spend $100 at the end of the day. All right, so let's get this out of the way. All right, we'll just put that there for now. All right, guys, let's get into the fun stuff. Let's see some books. So I'm really going to try and do this by grade. So I'm going to start at the lowest grade, and I'm going to work my way up into the 9.8. So if you watched the live unboxing, you know how many of those I have. If you didn't, buckle in because you're going to see a lot. So I'm going to start off with, again, my lowest graded book. It's actually an Amazing Spider-Man number 6. This is an Unknown Comics edition. This was a part of a set. It's actually cover B. It's actually a Virgin variant, by Mike Mayhew, and I actually had him do a remark of the black suit Spidey. See the gold signature up on top. I actually got the grading notes on these. I'm not exactly sure why it came in so low. It only said that there were light bends to cover, and I really don't see the bends in them like at all. I'm going to take closer pictures of this and just post it up to IG. So definitely take a look at this particular book when I do post it up. But I mean, you know, again, I mean, it's a 9.0. So it's a great remark, a great signature, fantastic cover. So, you know, again, I'm not necessarily disappointed with it. You know, happy to have it. So that is my lowest book. So we'll jump into the next round of books, which are actually graded 9.6. So we're going to start off with an Uncanny Avengers #1. This is actually a 1 in 50 variant done by J. Scott Campbell. Sorry for the glare. There we go. Really busy cover, really hard to ultimately pick where I was going to put the signature. Figured I'd go right over the trade dress just because it was really the only place that I could put it. So, you know, hey, happy to have it. High ratio variant, you know, 9.6 and above, not necessarily a bad thing. So there's the first 9.6 of the night. And here's the second, Black Widow #1. Again, another great cover. Shout out Nemesis Prime for being able to pick up this book as well as the previous book on one of the sales over the past few months, you know, when we picked these up. But great cover. Very happy to have this. This will definitely stay in the PC. Next up, guys, is another 1 in 50 variant. This one is actually Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows #1. This is also the J. Scott Campbell cover. This is actually from Secret Wars. Really excited to have this book. Like I said on the video, was originally, going to sell this book, but one Sideshow came out with the statue that literally matches this cover. I mean, this one's not going anywhere. Really happy to have it. Silver pops on the cover overall. So really stoked to ultimately add this one into the collection. So, all right, guys, next 9.6. So it's a Chastity #1. This is actually a 1 in 10 incentive variant. Again, done by J. Scott Campbell. This one is pretty crazy. He actually signed it in red, which really pops on this cover particularly. You know, again, I picked this up on a whim. Wasn't necessarily going to buy it. Ultimately happy that I did. So there you go. All right, guys. We'll take a break on the J. Scott Campbell stuff, and we'll ultimately hop into Amazing Spider-Man #30. This is actually a comic exposure variant. It was actually part of a set, so trade dress virgin variant. And this one is done by Shannon Mayer. This is the Virgin. As you can see, he signed in gold right down at the bottom. Mary Jane really getting carnageized, whatever the case may be. Really happy to have it. It's a beautiful cover, and you know, hey, there you go. It's in its plastic coffin for all of eternity. So next up, guys, Amazing Spider-Man #1. This is an Elite Comics and Comic Book Realm .com exclusive. This one is done by Gerald Perel. Beautiful cover. This was actually a part of a set as well, trade dress and virgin variant. This is the trade dress, as you can see. You really can't make out the signature, guys. I mean, it's barely there, as you can see. Not the best, but you know, again, still a beautiful book. Still happy to ultimately have it. So there you go, guys. So I have, let's see. So I have two 9.6s left. The first one is actually done by Artgerm. So this is a Captain Marvel #1 Artgerm Collectibles exclusive. This is actually the cover A. This cover is beautiful. Shout out the NY Warriors on, doing their Tuesday night auctions. This is actually where I picked up a few of these books that, you guys are seeing, but I'm happy to have it. And then the last 9.6, guys, is actually a comicsketchart.com exclusive. This is actually a Justice League #1 done by Mark Brooks. This is actually cover D, and this is beautiful. Loving this cover. Again, sorry about the glare, but it really doesn't do any justice. I mean, the fact that you have all those Wonder Womans in the background that almost look like remarks, and then the signature right there, Diana prominent in color. Love this book. It's not going anywhere. So really, really happy to ultimately have it. So there you go, guys. That is the slate of 9.6s. So this is where we start to get a little crazy. Again, so I had 28 books that I submitted into New York Comic Con this year. So again, out of the 28, I had 19 come back 9.8s. By far my my most successful invoices to date. So let's look at some of the 9.8 goodness. So we're actually gonna start off with a Deadpool 13. This is a Adi Granova Virgin variant. Vision, Wanda prominent on the cover. 9.8. This is actually an unknowncomics.com exclusive. This is the Virgin. As you can see, I had Adi sign right on the red cape for Scarlet Witch. So really dope. Love this book. Happy to have it. So all right, guys. Next 9.8 is actually, I almost dropped it, Black Cat #1. This is Sanctum Sanctorum Virgin exclusive, and it's done none other by Peach Momoko. Book is beautiful. As you saw on the Three Men in a Basement video, I actually showed her signature. It's actually awesome. She did such a great job on this. Took her a little while. Really, really nice. Had nothing but nice things to say, and obviously she's an amazing artist. So all right, guys, up next, Ghost Spider #1. This one is actually the Comic Mint trade dress exclusive, done by Shannon Mayer. I mean, I don't even know what to say. This book is gorgeous. His signature is right there in gold. Really, really happy to have it, and it just looks so realistic, and really, really happy it came back in a 9.8. So, this is crazy. But all right, guys. Up next, Amazing Spider-Man #1. This is actually done by Mark Brooks. I love this cover. It's absolutely beautiful. Shout out Nemesis Prime on actually picking this up for me on the New York Comic Con floor while I was commuting in. So it's nice to have friends that actually know what you buy. So this literally went from New York Comic Con convention floor to Justin's hands to my hands to Mark Brooks's hands to sign and into the CGC bag. So I mean, the odds of this coming back a 9.8 were not good. No press, no nothing. And hey, off the rip, 3 sets of hands, that's not counting CGCs, and it still comes back a 9.8. I don't know who loves me up there, but I'm certainly happy that they do. But up next, guys, we'll keep the Mark Brooks theme going. Amazing Spider-Man #651. This is actually the Tron Legacy variant. I love this book. It's so dope. It's beautiful. There you go. You can see Mark signed right on Spidey's foot right there. Really nice signature in gold. Book really pops. Really, really, really stoked to ultimately have it. So there we go, guys. All right, so we're going to jump back into J. Scott Campbell here for a little bit, and we'll start it off with an Amazing Spider-Man 700. This is actually a Midtown Comics exclusive cover, and there you have it. This actually connects to a Superior Spider-Man #1, which I actually don't have yet. Shout out Danny Vega 4 on Instagram. Actually packaged this book up with another book, and again, that other book came back 9.6, this book came back 9.8. Really happy to ultimately have it. So next up, guys, so Marvel Comics #1000, J. Scott Campbell on cover art. This was actually my 9.9 candidate. Again, I'm not going to be mad that it came back at 9.8. Love this cover. Actually signed in gold down at the bottom. It's gorgeous. Ultimately real happy to have it. Next up, Black Cat #2. This is actually, yikes. This is actually the Virgin variant right here. Again, shout out NY Warriors. Actually got this on a Tuesday night auction. So super shout out those guys once again. He actually signed this one. I think it's blue, but really pops against the white and the tan floor. So super stoked to ultimately have those, or that, excuse me. Next up, guys, is actually 2 of the same book. So Amazing Spider-Man #14, J. Scott Campbell.com store exclusive. First up is actually cover D. This matches the statue that I have, 9.8. I absolutely love that this came back at 9.8. Again, he signed, he signed this in purple, matches her skirt and the lettering, even the shadows on the bottom. It's awesome. Really excited. And then cover H, same book, also a 9.8, a little bit different. Actually signed it in black, and that really matches really well. So I have both of these books that actually are on either side of the statue. Really looks really nice. I'll actually have to post a picture up for you guys. Show off Saturday, show off Sunday, Wednesday, whatever the case may be. But I could definitely show that off. Next, let's see. Next 2 books are both Black Cat #1s. First up is actually Mike Mayhew Studio.com store exclusive. This is actually his first store exclusive. He sold the trade dress as well as the Virgin variant. I went with the Virgin. This is gorgeous. He actually signed this in pink. Never would have thought it would have worked, but it totally does. It's gorgeous. And again, this one definitely not going anywhere, staying in the PC. The next Black Cat #1 is actually from Artgerm. So this is actually the 1 in 200 variant, Virgin variant, excuse me. Really excited that this ultimately came back in 9.8. This cover's beautiful. Again, don't think I'll be selling this for a while unless somebody comes up with a great offer, but definitely very happy to ultimately have this in the PC. Next up, guys, a Captain Marvel #1. This is actually the Walmart exclusive cover, or I should say the Walmart edition. She's got the long hair here. Again, signed right up at the top. This cover is beautiful. Really happy to have it come back in a 9.8. Next up, guys, Captain Marvel #1, Artgerm store exclusive. This one is actually cover B. She's got the battle helmet on, flames everywhere. Artgerm signed up in silver at the top, so it really pops. Really excited to ultimately have this into the collection. Next up, guys, Batgirl 12, Artgerm cover. Again, this is an iconic cover. Really happy that this ultimately came back in a 9.8. Very hard to come by at this grade. I'm glad I have it in this grade and signed by Artgerm. Really happy, definitely in the PC for a pretty good chunk of time. Next two books, again, are the same book. You could actually see that for the last four books that you're going to see. So it's going to be 2 and 2. The first set up is actually Catwoman. Catwoman 12. This is actually just the the regular run of the mill cover B. I love again, I love that whole pinup scene, and you can definitely get that vibe from this particular book. It's definitely a play on Catwoman's. I believe it's her first cover appearance. I think it's Batman 42 or 48. Nemesis Prime will correct me, but either way, really, really happy to have this particular book in a 9/8. Definitely will display it proudly. We'll also display it right next to this, which is actually the DC Boutique Edition, which is actually the foil. So you can kind of see it. It's got the gold foil on the back, signed in silver right on the bottom. Really, really dope. Really happy to have it. And all right, guys, last two books. First up is actually the trade dress. So it's actually Symbiote SpiderMan number 1. Gwen Stacy prominent on the cover. I love this one. This is gorgeous. Really, really happy to ultimately have it. And then the last 1 in 200 variant that I have, same cover. Actually got this from KRScomics.com. Again, your version variant, 1 in 200 ratio variant. So, all right, man. 20 minutes of straight fire. I really do appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, I mean, this is definitely one of the best runs that I've ever had as far as submitting books to CGC. If you like what you saw, if there was anything that maybe interest you, message me here, message me on Instagram, Dave in the Cave 1, and we can certainly talk some things through. I will say this, probably half to 3/4 of this stack isn't for sale, but I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you have. But really do, again, appreciate you guys always tuning in, watching, liking, subbing up, commenting. Really do appreciate it. Big things in 2020 on deck, and really, really excited to ultimately show all this stuff off to you guys, and really make my contributions to the community. So all right, guys, I'm going to sign out. You're actually going to catch a new comic book day video from me a little bit later this week. It's actually going to be 3 weeks worth, so definitely stay tuned for that. So in closing, your boy Dave in the Cave signing out. Peace.